and welcome to the Renegades Q&A session number 2. This is what did I call it? Transience? It's the Transience arc. It was the Russia arc. I don't know. Did I already do that one? Did we already do that one? Maybe we did.
Maybe.
Might have been mid-Russia.
Yeah.
I think it was mid-Russia.
I think the last one we did...
Collateral.
Sort of just went to
Collateral was
hell.
Yeah.
This is also the same group that was in that Q&A as well.
Yeah. No, we already did the Transience. This one is Collateral. This is the dealing with the Russia instead of the... Oh, I don't know if you guys... I didn't expressly call it out. When you guys... Before you went to Russia, there was a choice on whether you were going to deal with a random mind control person or Russia, and your result of choosing Russia made the Exalted Vanguard get taken over. So that choice is what was reflected. I never expressly called that out, but yeah. So your choice of not dealing with I was trying to be vague about that, what it was, because I didn't want it to be given away that that's what was going to happen, but not dealing with the mind control person in the States was the reason why Exalted Vanguard got taken over.
To be honest, the Exalted Vanguard kind of sucked for getting taken over, so that's on them.
Yeah.
They kind of welcomed
here
it in.
Thinking about, like, oh man, how would Freefall have exited the campaign if we were in the alternate timeline? And I'm like, I can actually think of 1,000 more reasons why Freefall would exit the campaign if we let things blow up in Russia. Yeah.
He would have been kidnapped to hell, because that's what would have happened if we went after the mind control.
I guess so.
Then they would have teleported all of Exalted Vanguard to hell.
Just to live out in the demon realm, where they can worship them as being gods too. Okay, so I guess we're having this impromptu session at last minute. So in case you're wondering why it's thrown together, because we didn't plan it, and that's okay.
We were supposed to be playing Peak today.
We should be playing Peak. Okay, upcoming listeners, we're gonna have. Maybe we'll do it on Twitch. Maybe we'll have some like live Twitch. I need to make a Twitch account, so that's coming up. But I'll make a Twitch account for this podcast, and we'll play some.
I'm
Golden
banned
Squad.
from Twitch because I kept sending ass pics to the CEO.
Well, who's that? Was that Bezos at the time, or was that before?
I actually don't know his name. I just kind of kept sending it to the same
You
email.
didn't know who it was.
Well, I told them to forward it to the CEO, so I'm assuming it got to him.
You were actually sending physical mail of these pictures, and you just wrote CEO Twitch headquarters on the address line.
Yeah, care.
No return address.
Yeah.
How'd they find you then?
It's it's crazy that they banned you. Technology these days. Well, he was live streaming it.
Well, once you opened it, the arsenic on the inside had my name written on it.
Oh,
it was written in arsenic. You glued it to an envelope.
There's got to be a pun there, but we're not British.
My arsenic. I'm not at the top of my game. I did learn today that there is a push to talk option on Riverside.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently.
I've noticed that
spacebar
through editing, or I'm guessing you use a this is like a super. I mean, everything's gonna be a tangent in this episode, but I'm guessing you use a physical mute on your headphones.
Yeah, like just habitually, I always click it, and it makes sound every time.
Yeah, that little noise.
Yeah, so I've been trying to use the one on here, but then it's like my mouse is so far away from me, and
Riverside auto mutes it, so it's not really a big problem. I'm always like, oh, did he laugh or something? Because it mutes laughs too. So I'm like, oh, is that a laugh? Nope, that's just some random click.
No, it's more of an issue because what happens is I'll be sitting here unmuted for most of it, and then I'll have like a coughing fit come along, and I'm like, I need the mute really quick. There's our first answer for this episode.
Gosh, now. Okay, it actually mutes the most. Votes here on who do you think is muted the most incorrectly among all
incorrectly?
Yeah, so incorrectly muted.
Well, I know who it's not.
Who?
It's definitely not Wasabi because she remains muted for most of the game.
I would guess for that reason it is Wasabi.
I actually think it's probably Penn.
I have literally no idea. It might be me. It's me.
No.
It's you, because
wow.
you laugh the most.
You're also so loud when you laugh.
So whenever you laugh, it's like, nope, that's got to go. And I'm like, why are you delete? That's like the best part, to hear the little giggles in the background at our bad jokes. It makes you feel like you're actually contributing.
So am I laughing too loud, or am I not laughing enough? What's the truth? What is the truth?
I think you're laughing the right amount, but it's like, for whatever reason, decided that is unneeded content. Like, we need to hear the voices, not the laughter.
I see.
Every time you laugh, I have to. So your track, I pay.
So you have to go in and unmute my laughter.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
You and Wasabi both, but
wow.
Wasabi laughs less. So
yeah, because she's muted more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your track, I always have I'm like, okay, is there any waveform on Julia's track? Okay, it's a laughter probably. So let me unmute.
Well, there's another mute.
Well, my easy to please nature brings a sort of joie de vivre to the podcast, and you're welcome.
Julia, we're gonna need you to, kind of rein it back in on the joy that you feel.
I'm gonna start putting up like sad pictures around my desk when we're streaming, so I can be like, lock in. This is serious.
Or those like PETA ads, just have them playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a serious game, serious campaign played by serious players. Julia,
on my second monitor, I'm watching saddest anime death scenes.
It'll be hard to do when Wasabi's just jumping in a car to run someone else over.
Exactly. And meanwhile, I'm just like, and I feel normal about this, and I'm watching that scene of like Charmander in the rain.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Those moments. All right, I wanted to, before we get too distracted, there was some things that were said. That sounds like it's a bad thing. There were some comments that were made that I wanted to get to.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
We need to
see the principle. The first one was from our longtime listener, Brandon. He said,
homie.
Yeah. He said that we missed an opportunity to call your version of Sunny Shady. And I actually plugged it in and got some acronyms, and I pieced it together. It could be the synthetic hyper adaptive digital intelligence, Shady. If you wanted to call it Shady.
I really like that. I feel like we'd have to have, who's the most techie among us? We'd have to have somebody like
Phil.
Will?
Yeah.
Phil is too.
Phil can do a program on Shady that gives
Phil
him
cannot do a program.
a cool sort of new take, a new cadence. Where he'll be like, okay, I'll look that up for you.
For everybody at home, just as a reminder, Phil has a 2 in technology. He cannot reprogram Sunny. It's just that he happens to have the highest of all of us because our tech guy decided to go get mind controlled.
Is it literally Phil? It might be. I'm looking right now.
I'm trying to remember. It was Phil or somebody else beat him out by 1, but there's not. We don't have more than 5 in technology among us.
Nope, that's for sure.
I think Magus has like a base of 2 on it, but not actually trained in the skill.
Mm-hmm.
I can look really quick. Hang on.
2. It looks like 2 might be the high. 0.
Yeah, that's definitely not enough to reprogram an AI, I don't think.
Yeah, it's 2.
Okay. Okay, correction. So Phil has 1.
Okay, then it's the Jack then.
Wow. Okay.
With a total of +3.
Wow. Okay.
2 points in technology.
Me. Look at me.
1 int. Yeah.
Look at me. Yeah, I know how to like.
Can you make it stop talking like Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, I feel like Jack's level of technology know-how entirely comes from the fact that like she knows how to torrent, and that's it. That's what I'd consider a +3 in technology.
I think if we change the name, we also have to change the voice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I was saying. Is that one of us needs to be able to download a mod for Sunny so that he can be Shady and that he can talk cool.
Yeah, we need to have him sing Rap God all the time.
Oh god.
Oh no.
So I have to be able to sing that. Like I don't.
Yeah, get to work, Luke.
Yeah, I'll be practicing every day. Okay.
Okay.
And then
if we were to have Luke do an accent for quote Shady, what accent is that?
It's Eminem. I feel like that's just straight. Like if we don't do Eminem, we're missing out on the bit.
Does Eminem have an accent?
Well, because he's Slim Shady. That's the bit.
Yeah, but I don't think he has an accent. Oh, okay.
I mean, he does sort of just like
feel like
have a way of talking. He has a way of talking.
New York?
Like very light, maybe? I'm not exactly sure how it flows.
I don't think so.
What is he from, like Chicago or something, right?
Yeah, he's from like Detroit or Chicago.
I'll be honest.
Detroit, yeah.
Complete behind the veil here a little bit. I haven't listened to Slim Shady talk in probably about 12 years.
My frame of reference is like he
used to do interviews.
Movie. Yeah, that one movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen where they did the fake North Korea interview. The interview.
The interview, yeah.
Yeah. So he was in the beginning of that, and he gave like the little bit of like him pretend to being gay, and he just drops it in like no big deal, and they're like, "What?" That's my frame of reference for Marshall Mathers interview.
I can't find anything with anybody claiming that Eminem has any kind of particularly known accent, but I did find a post on r/Eminem with a guy saying that English is not his first language, but he perfected his American accent by imitating Eminem, which is really, really funny. Like the idea that he is in any way the ambassador for...
There we go.
Our society.
What was his original language?
It does not say.
Okay, and then I thought we could play a game because games are the background of the podcast. So I'm going to go through each one of you. We'll see, whoever the order of the room. What's the room? It is Penn, Draven, Julia. Okay, so first, Penn, we're going to play higher or lower. Have we played higher or lower before?
No. No, but I guess I
gambling.
figure it out.
I've played gambling before.
It's higher or lower based on the internet searches. So the search term acne has 550,000 searches monthly.
That seems weird. Oh, monthly. Okay.
Acne or acme?
ACNE, acne.
Acne. Okay.
The search term Mafia 3, the video game, has higher or lower searches than acne.
3.
Hang on,
is that out?
Alter this number really quick.
Is Mafia 3 out?
Yes.
Huh.
This is a game. So for listeners at home, you can go to higher lower game.com and play this game too.
I'll say higher.
It's higher. You are wrong. It was 301,000. We made it exactly 0 levels.
Give me 1 minute.
Well, you wait for your turn. So what do you guys think about Brandon's suggestion to rename Sunny?
I think it's an excellent suggestion. Work on your evil accent and we'll get there.
I mean,
I do think, speaking of Mafia 3, I do think that a good villain accent for Shady would be to speak to us like he's a mafia goon. Like, sure, boss, I can Google that for you.
That's nice.
Oh, I got to work on that one.
Weirdly good mafia voice, but also, if Brand's going to be naming characters, he has to go over here and play Sunny now, right? Like, logically?
Well, my favorite thing about Sunny is that his tone doesn't match his... Like, if he's talking to you about something, like, we'll all certainly die. You know, it's always happy no matter what. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like if we're going to flip it, it has to be, like, always bad or something. So
sure, yeah. I think that works. That works with the mafia. Yeah. Like, it always sounds shady, whatever he's saying. Because he won't lie, but he sounds like he's lying.
The weather for everybody. It says it's gonna be clear skies today.
I've never trusted somebody less.
It's good for New York. I like it for New York.
I'm gonna have to practice. That's a hard one for me. That's not one that I really practice much. I feel like I've done the ones that I've like, the ones that I'm like the most comfortable with. I always fit in somewhere. I even fit in. Someone said that one of mine sounded like Kermit the Frog. I think it was like the scientist. Oh, you said it was Phil sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. If we committed to Kermit Phil, that would be so fun.
I don't know if it was Phil. I think it was actually Herman.
Yeah,
it was because you were falling into your Phil accent, but trying to avoid being Phil, and so you started moving into Kermit.
I think Golden Squad said the same thing for the guy who invented Sunny. He was only in it for like 10 minutes of one episode, and they're like, "Oh, he sounds just like Kermit the Frog." I'm like, I mean, I can do Kermit the Frog, but it's not. I'm not trying to go there.
You don't want to see me at my Kermit.
Yeah. Once you go Kermit, you can't go back.
We're gonna have to do a session where somebody's power makes all of us talk like Kermit the Frog.
It's my favorite when people can't do the accent and they try. I love it. But it's like, I can understand, like, I don't want this captured on audio, please. So like, some of mine, when I cut a decent chunk of them, and I might, if I have a lot of free time at some point, go back and add some of my bad like attempts at Australian when I was doing Nigel. Like I'm like, I listen to it, I'm like, I can't add that. It's so bad. It's so bad. And Justin's like, no, you have to add that. So sometimes I'll be like, okay, fine. Here's my attempts at speaking with Nigel as Nigel. Yeah, he was. If you didn't know, it was Nigel Thornberry because when he was designing it, he's like, yeah, it needs to be Nigel. Okay, so that was our first one. Was from Brandon. Second one, I will get in a second, but first I will ask Penn. This isn't. No, not Penn. This is for Draven.
What?
Your higher lower question. It's an easy one. Cheeky Nando's has 14,800 searches.
Only?
Yes, Cheeky Nando's. What is Cheeky Nando's? It looks like food. Is it food? Or is it
Yes, but I feel like it would only be searched by people that are not from the UK.
I guess so, yeah, because Cheeky Nando's is like, you go get some Cheeky Nando's. It's
like getting a bite.
Yeah.
Okay, and then does that have higher or lower searches than Apple?
Here's the real. So I have a clarifying question, which is like just the word Apple.
Yes.
Obviously, it has more. No, it's lower. So higher.
Wait.
Which one am I guessing?
Are we talking about Apple the company or Apple the fruit?
The word,
just the word
adds
Apple.
context tags to searches sometimes, where they will literally distinguish whether someone is.
So Apple has higher searches than Cheeky Nando's, is what you're saying?
I think that yes, they have higher.
They have 16.6 million. So yeah, just
okay.
10.
Yeah, I Google so 2,000 times a day. I Google
stock.
Yeah. Okay.
People don't have stock in Cheeky Nando's, unfortunately.
Apple has 16,600,000 versus the Fibonacci sequence. Which one does the Fibonacci sequence has higher or lower searches than Apple?
I don't know what the hell Fibonacci sequence is, but it has lower.
I know I have looked up Fibonacci sequence more than Apple this year.
Why are people Googling Fibonacci sequence? What is a Fibonacci sequence? Now I have to Google Fibonacci sequence.
You add the previous, so it's 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 2 is 3. 2 + 3 is 5. You're adding the previous number to the next number right? So it's like then 3 + 5 is 8.
It is a mathematical sequence where if you arrange it in a certain way, it creates a spiral that can be seen in nature a lot. Also, like the amount of
the golden ratio. Look at that.
The amount of like leaves and petals on plants tends to usually fall within the Fibonacci sequence. So it's like this weird like master like God pattern throughout nature.
This tangent has gone accidentally in the perfect direction because the show is named after the Fibonacci sequence basically because the golden ratio, Golden Squad, and the golden ratio in math is represented by the symbol phi. Right, so you see where I came up with some of this stuff.
So where does the word renegade come in on this?
How many letters are in the word renegade?
Yeah, the Fibonacci. No, it's from a card game. I used to play this game called Bang! And the renegade kind of has to flip sides a lot, and they play the job of having to kill everyone else at the table. So the game consists of the law, whose job is to kill the bad guys, and the outlaws, whose job is to kill the sheriff. And then the renegade's like, I need to kill everyone, but if I kill the sheriff before I kill the outlaws, then the outlaws win. So I have to pretend get chummy with the sheriff until all the outlaws are dead, and then kill the sheriff. So it's like, It's a role somewhere in the middle where you never know what someone's.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I think you guys are slacking. Then I've done all the murder so far.
You guys need to step up the murder. So it's I thought of it as like a term of like someone whose team you don't really know, whose side is kind of up in the air, and that's what I thought you guys would be. Oh, fun!
Also, Renegade has 8 letters in it, I think, and 8 is both part of the Fibonacci sequence and the first number in the Fibonacci sequence that isn't prime.
And squad is 5.
Here we go. 2 parts of Fibonacci.
Beautiful.
Hey, everyone listening at home who's like, why are these guys talking about something as boring as Fibonacci sequence? I'm with you. We're allies in this.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on either. So,
we'll continue the game because you made it to the next level. The Fibonacci sequence has 165,000 monthly searches. Is that more or less than Auschwitz?
I'm going to say less than Auschwitz.
Auschwitz has less than Fibonacci or more?
More.
Has higher than Fibonacci? Okay.
Auschwitz. People are Googling Auschwitz way more than they are Googling Fibonacci sequence.
You are right. It was 820.
There's at least a history class of children who have probably Googled it this week.
Okay. So it has 823,000. Interstellar, I'm guessing the movie, but also people interested in space, has higher or lower searches than Auschwitz, which had 823,000.
Who was in Interstellar?
Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
Timothy Chalamet.
And Matt Damon.
Timothy Chalamet.
I think the irony here is that Interstellar has more Googles than Auschwitz.
This year?
More. It's average.
Is it over time?
It doesn't say what the range of the month is. But...
Okay.
So that's the question. Yeah, because it's monthly. Is what we're going off of,
yeah,
right?
It's monthly, average monthly searches. So if it's probably since.
Then I guess I'll go with less because I feel like it's not as relevant.
Lower. It's higher. 1.2 million.
People really just want to look at Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. I had an issue with them going down to the planet that speeds up the time or whatever.
Whoa, spoiler. I haven't seen it.
Why? What was the issue with that?
Well, okay. So the dude... Well, okay. Spoilers, I guess there's going to be more. So
everyone plug your ears.
They get close to a black hole, which is they're saying that the time acceleration due to the speed that things are spinning around the planet is increasing the rate at which time moves. Sure,
the higher something's mass, the different time moves through it. So if you get near a black hole, time technically drags a bit.
Because of the speed at which you're moving, is your time is slowing down for you. Okay, sure, that part's true. General relativity, yeah, but they're saying that they went down to the planet for like 10 minutes and then came back. And then the dude who was like orbiting the planet, he couldn't have been that far away, but it'd been like 30 years or something. So like he was down there for just a few minutes, but the time difference between the orbiting ship or like orbiting interstellar ship and the like shuttle that they took down was that great. It's like that he couldn't have been that far away to make the time difference between the ship and the shuttle be that part was I was like, that seems like you'd had been going a lot faster than you were.
I am impressed that you feel confident enough to even doubt the like metaphysics concepts that are going on in Interstellar. Because when I'm sat down for that movie and they say things to me, I simply have to nod my head and go, absolutely, I believe it. That's crazy.
I think I recall that the black hole simulation that they did for that was like the most elaborate. They spent like a month to render it, and it was like the most.
Well,
like they had to get some like really smart astrophysicists and all these people together to determine what this would actually look like. Wow. Because you get the like light bending around it for the accretion disk that's spinning, and things are moving so fast on that accretion disk that they actually generate light. So and then as they're moving away, they did. I think they even did like blue shifting and red shifting of the accretion disk. So yeah, there's like a lot of cool physics in the black hole itself, and it's only in the movie for a little while. I mean, it's a key concept of the movie though, so it's important to get right.
Well, that's very cool.
Okay. Now I looked up the other one. The other one that was mentioned was from the episode where you got back and visited Exalted Vanguard. It's from Caleb Harris, and he's we were describing our pets, and like I asked, I think the audience what the pet names that they had were that looked funky or that sounded funky, because I had my dad named my cats Blackster and Whitey, and I was like, what's your weird family pet names? He said his first dog. You might get doxxed now because you gave us your pet's name, but he said his dog was named Albert the Wonder Dog.
Oh.
I like it. And he had a Momo, Bean, Harper, and Jackson after that. So
my parents named the dogs that they had in my early childhood were named Fred and Ginger after Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Well, yeah, my parents did something similar. They named their cats. So my stepdad's his first name is Tony, and so they got a cat and they named it Romo for Tony Romo.
Nice.
And my mom did something similar for the cat. So my mom's first name is Kirsty, and they named the cat Allie. So Kirsty Allie. So I was like, that's a neat idea. Name it after a celebrity, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing with my parents is I never saw them watch a single movie or musical number that featured Fred and Ginger. I never saw them. It wasn't until I was in high school that I think I ever even saw them.
They only watched it when you weren't around.
I like it.
My first cat was Hennessy, and then we had a cat named Bleak after Memphis Bleak.
We had so many cat. I think the first cat that I named, I don't remember the name. I do remember the name of my first cat, but the first cat that I actually named myself. Of course, I was a little kid. I was like, I want to name it Simba, and my brother's like, it's a girl though, and I'm like, whatever. Don't tell me what I can name cats.
You don't know what that cat identifies as. Yeah. It can't tell you.
This cat is Simba to me. Yeah. And this is another, my brother is my half brother, so he has a different dad. And he always kind of would make fun of my dad doesn't really have an accent, but he kind of does. He's from Washington, so he's not like he came from somewhere. So my dad was born and raised in Washington. And he
came from anywhere.
Yeah.
Does he say bag or big?
He says bag. But he has I guess my brother would call it the redneck accent or something. So he would talk to the cats I'm just gonna have to do it because it's too hard to explain what it is. So I would be like, oh, hey, come here, kitty, or right, my dad would. This is my dad's way of talking. It's I've never heard anyone else kind of do this. He'd go, he would first add Tom to whatever, because it's a cat, and even though it's a girl cat, because it's from Tom and Jerry. So he's Tom, Simba, you wild kind of a kitty, you. And he was.
Is your dad secretly Australian?
No, he would.
Or evil?
He would only do it when he was talking to the cat. I don't think he's evil. No, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So
can you make Shady talk like that?
Can you make Shady talk like that? Let's do that.
You wild kind of a kitty. You, Simba. I could do that all day. I heard it growing up quite a bit. So yeah. So
amazing.
Shady is my dad. Got it. All right.
Wow.
Are you gonna
have
your
dad talking to a cat specifically?
Yeah, talking. He didn't talk to me like that. Actually, kind of. He sometimes would. My brother would make fun of my brother making fun of my dad is the voice I'm doing. So yeah, it's because when I was little, my dad would add little things to my name too. So so he'd be like, Luke de Loo, you get the Tom Simba. It's whole thing. There's what I grew up with, the
loving this
Washington redneck accent.
Also, back to Interstellar for a brief moment. I did Google it. Apparently, it is somewhat brought up. The planet itself is in a time dilation zone, and they specifically left the ship outside of said time dilation zone.
Yeah, but the distance that it would it would take months to get It seems like he did. Maybe they skip over the part where
what did it take in months?
I think they do simplify that part.
Yeah, if they go like, "Hey, this is going to take a long time," and I feel like that would have been enough.
Imagine your friends leave the ship you're on and start going, and you're like, "Okay, it's going to take them a while. I can watch their ship out the window," and it hits like one point, and you just watch it zip really quickly, and you're like, "Ah, crap."
They're going to be gone a while. Yeah, I don't think. I think it could have been.
It would be zipping really slowly.
So you'd be it'd be like 6 years later, and you're like, they haven't even reached the planet yet.
Yeah,
it would be. Yeah, because I think it literally was like 30 years for him or something. And he like they get back. He would have gone crazy so far, like 10 times over by the time.
I'll be completely open. I'd have been dead. I would not have made it 30 years.
Yeah, he just waited by himself. Yeah.
On pet names, my first dog was named Maybelline because she had like darker colors on her eyes, like mascara. And then I had a cat around that same time named Tiger, who was an outdoor cat.
I had a cat, Tiger, too.
And we named him Tiger because at the time I was really into Transformers Beast Wars. And my favorite character was the white tiger from that.
Was the cat white?
Yes.
We had the same cat.
But he had this real fun talent, which is he would get on his hind legs and like hug you.
Oh,
which was fantastic. He did die that year.
It was
He's
good.
An outdoor cat.
Yeah, so it was. We had a neighbor with like with an aviary, and he would like run across the street and he got hit by a car one day.
Oh, poor Tom Tiger.
We also had a cat named Copy Kitty, who we actually had before Tiger, and she was an indoor cat. She was really fat, and she did not like my mom, and my mom did not like her. And so she would literally sit in the kitchen with my mom while she was cooking and just glare at her, and then occasionally just give her a good old row. And my mom would just look at her and be like, shut up.
I probably shouldn't, but I think it's really funny whenever there is like a pet owner relationship that is full of animosity, but like not mistreatment, you know?
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice.
Yeah, I was friends with someone who would talk about all of their pets all the time, and then the one time I visited their house, there was a bird there, and I was like, you also have a bird? You've never mentioned the bird. And they were like, yeah, we don't like him and he doesn't like us. But it was a well cared for bird.
Sometimes you raise a child and that child just grows up to hate you. And you have to just kind of be like, yeah, I don't agree with them, but like, they're here.
I love it. Okay, and we're moving on to the last version of Higher Lower, the last round. Can you beat 3 in a row?
I feel like wait, how far did I get? Did I only get 3 in a row?
Yeah, you got 3. Okay, so the first one is easy because the first one I've never heard of. Code Computer Love is the first one. Has 1,600 monthly search results.
Okay.
Against Mahjong.
Yeah, it's Mahjong takes it. Mahjong definitely takes it. There are people trying to download that app on their phone. They are Googling it.
Mahjong has 5 million average monthly searching.
Hey, Penn, I don't know if you feel this too. I feel like there might be a little bit of an unfairness here.
Yours was the Fibonacci sequencer apple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that kind of could be construed. Penn got the rawest end of the deal today.
Yeah, Penn got the toughest
I
one.
didn't know it was a monthly thing. I thought we were doing like an all-time thing.
Well, you have a redemption round next.
That's okay.
I'm done with this game. Okay, Mahjong has 5 million average monthly searching. Lemmings has higher or lower searches than Mahjong.
Like the animal?
Okay, well, yeah, because people do Google lemmings for the sake of when people are talking about that expression, and then someone's like, did you know that they're an actual animal? And then the whole
did you know it was
running
a
off
game?
of cliffs things was like a big hoax, and that whole thing. So people are Googling it for that reason, but I still feel like there are more old people Googling Mahjong because they want to download the app on their phone.
Okay, so Lemmings has lower.
Yeah, Lemmings has lower.
There's also a weird amount of MMOs that have Mahjong as like a game you can play in them.
Exactly.
And then like you have to Google the rules to Mahjong because
I know that
they're confusing.
I know like matching Mahjong. I didn't know how to play the actual game.
I learned Mahjong because I play so many games that have it, and I was like, I'm going to figure this out. It's been 20 years of me trying to learn Mahjong. I'm going to figure it out.
You were right. It is Lemmings. Lemmings has lower with 201,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it Lemmings with 201,000 or South Korea? South Korea has higher or lower searches than Lemmings.
I think South Korea is higher.
Higher. You are right. It is 550,000.
Okay.
Okay. South Korea has 550,000. Or I should say, Beethoven has higher or lower searches than South Korea.
Beethoven's lower.
Higher at 1 million.
No.
Because I was gonna say Draven's thing about like there's a history class learning about it right now all the time.
I just can't believe that Beethoven is outclassing
twice as many.
The combination of K-pop as well as people's general.
Well, it's average. I don't think before K-pop, like so many fewer people are searching South Korea.
I guess so.
Plus, until you hit like.
I guess if we're talking about the syntax of specifying South, that kind of cuts it down quite a bit.
Yeah, if it was just Korea, it would probably be higher.
If it was best Korea, then yeah.
Y'all heard it here first. Luke thinks North Korea is the best Korea.
That's what it's called, right? So I've heard South Korea and best Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, just cut that. Cut.
Yep. Gone. Not funny.
You can't leave the part where I mentioned best Korea. You can't leave that in.
Well, you get to see, the audience gets to see firsthand that some of my jokes don't land. So, like,
just to be clear, audience, most of his jokes don't land. He edits all of them out.
Yeah, I keep the one. The ones that I keep especially are the ones when Draven says it first and everyone laughs, and then I repeat it later, or I just like place over Draven. I say it after the podcast is done over Draven's voice.
Most of my jokes are stolen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. Do you guys have any questions?
So just to be clear, I could not kidnap Persist and make a market of selling her kidneys.
Yeah, that's right. We did talk about that. That's what we talk about in the background between episodes, is harvesting the organs of immortal people. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. You'd have to go. How would you get her? How would you get to her?
The suspicion that you gave me made me assume we're gonna probably run into her again. Spoiler for everybody else, because like I'm also making guesses here, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna run into her again.
Mm-hmm. Her name is Persist.
He wants to blow us up so badly.
I don't know about we.
Has Magus considered the possibility that Persist has any other number of conditions that would disqualify her as a donor?
We haven't gotten that far yet. Worst case, Magus doesn't even know if all of her organs blow up or not.
Yeah. Or what if she just has AB blood type, you know? That's like the least compatible one.
Yeah. Man. So the questions were very specific as to what explodes on her and if you can harvest the organs. So like I didn't think that much. Yeah. She's glowing blue, and if you get it wrong, she'll explode. Let's test.
We'll guess it.
Can we get a robot to do this for us? I don't want to be
You can harvest her organs, but you have to cut the right wire first.
Yeah. Oh. Did any of you make it to the episode where we played on Golden Squad, Keep Talking and No One Explodes?
Hey, just to be real,
I know you have any episode. Yeah. It was one too many. It was, I can tell you what episode it was. It was before you guys joined, so...
Wait, yeah. If it was...
episode 26.
Yeah, then I have.
Yeah, so we played Keep Talking and No One Explodes in, like, diffuse bombs in-game. So, if we wanted to do a bomb defusal, like, we can just place the modules inside Persist, and then you guys...
yeah, that's the one with... Yeah, I did watch that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, I mean, I try to integrate games with the podcast whenever we can, but sometimes they don't quite fit. I can't find a good way to fit the game into the gameception here. But when I can get it, it's always fun to have something visual to go and play.
That is fun.
We should go on a hike in the game and play Peak.
Perfect, yeah. Drop me a rope.
We go on a hike and in Canada a couple of us die.
Return as ghosts.
But and then get resurrected while roasting marshmallows.
I gotta think of a way to do it. Maybe
Magus just fully goes insane and traps everyone in an illusion world.
Yep, there we go. Yeah. It's all
it's a House of M, House of Magus.
Domain expansion. You have to play Peak for 6 hours.
I don't know if you guys are X-Men people, but this is something that Scarlet Witch does.
To be fair, there's a few versions of that too, because doesn't Arcade do that too?
Arcade?
Yeah, the villain Arcade, the X-Men villain Arcade.
There's a Mojo World.
I don't know, but there's also Arcade's thing where he like kidnaps them and makes them compete and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I thought that was Mojo.
Listeners, tell us who it was.
You might be right.
I don't know.
I don't remember Arcade. It was like an 80s villain.
Cool. I have a bunch of questions. I'm going to try to choose like one or two, and then we should probably call it so we don't take up too much time. But, okay, what is the most chaotic moment that has happened since we started playing?
I don't feel like I feel like I'm in control of every situation, so...
Okay, how about the most...
I feel like for the amount of time we spent talking about what we would do in Russia, everything that we actually did do felt like pure chaos to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of knew that was going to... Every tabletop RPG has this curse of everyone sitting around for hours making like an intense plan, all while the GM sits there and just thinks about how he's going to throw as many wrenches in it as possible. And then it happens and everything falls apart. And as soon as the first dice hits the table, it rolls bad and we just throw the entire plan out and just wing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this Japan run went really smoothly. Can we talk about that?
The latest episode...
It's all censored.
this whole conversation will be. I think the latest episode is not aired yet.
Okay.
Yes.
I also feel like we can't do a Q&A for Japan until Wasabi's here.
Right. Yeah. So this will air
before we leave for Japan.
Yeah. I think the episode ended with you guys like getting there.
I don't think anything's ever going to go smoothly with Wasabi. Never, not once.
It's amazing having a character who has insane like storm powers that in most settings would be insane, like the strongest thing possible. And her go-to for every problem that needs solved is to hop in a vehicle that she doesn't know how to drive and run somebody over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was a joke. That was a joke that you would only get if you knew what happened. So you could cut that. But yeah, I do love it though because it does feel renegade-y.
Yeah.
It does feel like she has an agenda.
She's very good at escalating violence in ways that do not involve just being a powered person.
Yeah.
And I think that is the true magic behind her as a villain.
Yeah, and her character of like she's a criminal first.
Yes.
and then the powers are something she resorts to.
Yeah.
I love the idea of her like trying to resist the urge of getting in something and running it into something else.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't expect a fight with the mountain that one time.
Yeah. Only escaped from Jack's quick thinking.
I liked the Big Putin, and it was a great example of like the exact team formation that we probably don't want to happen if we do want things to go smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you invite Magus
but
and anybody?
It did work. It worked. I think it's just going to be if you're with Miku, you're going to get shot at.
Yeah.
And that's the reality.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the trade-off. And
I do love the Sawyer Miku team-ups.
Yeah.
What moment in the campaign has surprised you the most?
Surprised. Renegade or Golden Squad in general?
Both, if you have it.
The end of the bomb defusal did shock me.
Yeah.
Of this, oh my god. The Jackson Carr thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I planning behind the scenes. I was like, hey, I tried. So you're the only one who had all the details. Not even Will had the details. So I was like,
I was gagged. I was gagged by that.
I was so shocked.
I was like, I can't do it. I need to have at least like Draven in on the behind the scenes stuff. So I gave him like, this is what I want to do. Like, and because he was going to have to play, we're going to have to like trade roles as who we were playing. It's like, I'm going to play you and you're going to play me, Jackson. Like we have to be aware of that ahead of time. Like there's a few other ones that I had planned and that just like never worked out in Golden Squad. So I was like, it's nice to see like when the pieces fall into place pretty well. And like I was trying to be like, okay, this role needs to fail in order for this to happen, and then they like wouldn't see my message and it passed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
I saw it just a moment too late whenever you sent me that, and I was like, crap, let me lie my ass off really quick
there was
to make it seem like I had enough
you and Will
penalties to die.
didn't see my message. So like the fight with that Will had with Herman and Bone Shaker, that was supposed to end faster, but it didn't because he didn't see my message. That was supposed to be like an early fail because I was like, you have to fail this because you're going to leave the show, so you have to be. But it was like, okay, well, I guess it could be a fight then. I guess we're going to do combat. Yeah.
And then you had sent me the like, hey, you rolled an one. I was like looking, and I had already said the dice number I rolled, and I was like, how do I play this off? Let me just say that my penalty's so high that it doesn't matter, or that my roll's so low it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that was trying to script something that was it based on dice. We have to force these rolls. Someone's going to be leaving.
It was well
Honestly,
done.
part of me kind of wishes I would have thought about it at the time. I could have left the show for a couple episodes. Just really mess with everybody.
Oh, to be dead. That would have been interesting.
I can honestly say it was so surprising I would have been equally surprised either way. It wasn't like the quickly revealing it to us ruined the element of shock. Like, no, I was still completely shocked.
Cool.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so we have spent considerable time deliberating what our characters sound like and what they look like.
We have?
But, yeah, I mean, well, first of all, there was you've been talking in a southern accent this whole time factor.
Which I do want to point out. I do want to point out, in Draven's credit, he does address it in one of the introductions, like before that happened. So I know he knew. I think he just forgot that he knew.
Let's be clear. Draven, the player, has bad memory for voices and in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not pay attention. So every time I actually start paying attention to Sawyer having a southern accent, it throws me off, and I have that moment of like, has he always had that? And it's happened like 3 times.
One time you called him like Mississippi something, which could also have to do with Tom Sawyer or Mark Twain, but I said, like, my family is from Mississippi, so I was worried that my accent was too Mississippi because I was trying to do general. I was trying to do a very vague southern accent for tech.
I don't remember doing this, so it's probably
It was an intro.
I'm sure
It
there's
was an
a bit.
intro. Yeah. It was like the
Given
first.
it-
Or
Oh, that intro was fully random. I did just choose random states for the bit.
And that was your sixth sense just speaking through you in that moment.
That was my Magus talking to me.
Yeah,
at the back
exactly.
of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, we've talked about what they look like. We've talked about what they sound like. What scented candle do you think your character would have?
Mm.
Because frankly, I don't want to know what they actually smell like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of know that Magus would just be bad.
He has showers. He's not a hobo. He's not.
The way that you described him as his like introduction in prison, it did not sound like a guy that showers.
He's just unkempt because he's a wizard. You ever see a wizard that's well maintained?
Really quick, kempt.
I shower every day, and I look like a Sasquatch.
Okay. So he smells awesome.
He showers
actually.
and then messes his hair up.
No, just to be clear, he does smell really bad. I just never said that, and I feel like that was unfair to assume.
I think
It was.
it would be something like wood smoke, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for everyone at home who wants to know what Magus actually smells like, he does carry bat guano and sulfur in his pockets at all times.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
why
his
no one
smell.
messed with him in prison.
Yeah, that's the... If he has sulfur and bat guano in prison, what?
Just smeared it all over himself. No one wanted to
Yeah,
be around him.
That's the D&D fireball materials.
Ooh, I have a question too.
Oh.
But let's answer the
Let's
candles.
finish the candles. Yeah. What's Jack smell like?
I think that Jack would smell probably how when people are trying to reverse engineer how Coke tastes, the soda, not the drug.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe even, I don't know. But when people are trying to reverse engineer how Coca-Cola tastes, it would smell like one of those combinations. So just like a mixture of spices with usually like a little bit of lime in there. Or maybe even a cherry Coke, actually, because I feel like some cherry notes would feature well for her. Just like a weird
Coca-Cola,
mixture. Yeah.
It's going to make you sleepy, I've heard.
Interesting.
I was
Exciting.
Googling if there's any bat guano scented candles and have learned that apparently you can order like several tons of bat guano.
Yeah, I think it's a really good fertilizer.
You'd be
There's
on
a
a
lot of
list
uses
if you
for
order
that
a lot of
guano.
it, though.
Yeah. And
don't
you
think so.
can order really bad smell concentrated oils because people purchase that for like pranks and stuff.
Yeah.
And bat
Okay.
guano is like famously useful.
But do you think that if Magus was a scented candle, that scented candle would be a prank?
I feel like if Magus was a scented candle of some form, it would.
The Harry Potter bean flavor.
This is the hard part, right? Because it's like what Magus's choice versus Gary's choice are going to be drastically different.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like half of the candle, not half like horizontally, but half vertically, so you like get both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so probably like a really bad scent. He makes them himself. A really bad scent, and then like a really nice kind of like orchard smell.
They do make like layered candles, so it could be like
But it's
that.
layered the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Should we answer for
Yes, we should. Wasabi.
free fall and wasabi?
Mm-hmm.
Wasabi is that smell that you get whenever you walk under like a power line. Obviously, that like
I was like ozone. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
ozone. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
ozone,
ocean spray.
petrichor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ocean spray ozone, burning electricity.
ocean spray and ozone.
They don't have they don't have person smashed under a cargo container smell.
Yes, we all also have that.
All of our scented candles are cargo container
And
insides.
free fall is just vodka.
That feels racist.
Why you say this?
I-
You think this is a bad neighborhood?
I'm trying to think how to encapsulate,
What if Vladimir
Is-
Putin starts watching our show?
because
I'm
it's
dead.
important. It's important that
What does he
people
like?
perceive him as intellectual. So it would have
Yeah.
to be some kind of high level.
I was gonna say like
Scent
pages
profile.
for like Magus, like book pages.
Mhm.
There are candles
That's not
like that.
bad.
Yeah, they do have. I do love that scent. I use it a lot. The old books smell. I make scented candles sometimes, by the way. This is a very selfish question of mine.
Do you should? Do you
Are
have
you
might.
like?
making scented
I
candles?
might.
Do you sell them online?
No.
Do you want- okay.
No.
If you want
I wouldn't.
Julia
You
to
wanna-
make you a candle, send me a message and we'll. It's not going to be free. You're going to have to buy it. but-
$360 per candle.
The golden squad hat.
We will take 90% of that.
Yeah.
If you want
I-
the ozone and ocean breeze candle,
Yeah.
send us a message.
If you want the Backwater scented candle.
If you want the crushed by a container candle, yeah.
Maybe
got
coffee.
those.
I don't know. That feels intellectual.
So yeah, I'm thinking old book smell plus
Coffee or
probably
tea.
something like expensive. Oh, coffee or tea would be good, but
I feel
I was
like
thinking something
I love
expensive, like one
jasmine.
of those fancy perfume notes, like like
Better.
ambergris and things like that.
the thing whales make.
Yes. Or
The smell of rain on cement.
yeah.
God.
There's vetiver.
It's concrete,
Cypre.
Oud.
asphalt.
Oud. I think oud.
Okay. Yeah.
We're out of my knowledge range of smells, by the way.
I have no
Well,
idea.
I mean, oud
I
isn't
don't know
a
what
scent.
oud
It
is.
is like a note, which is
Yeah.
what makes it
But
funny.
But it's not like you'd still be describing how his candle smells, and one of the pretentious words you could use is oud. And
Luke,
I agree with that completely.
Luke, tell me I'm not alone here in
No,
the
I'm
idea
with you.
that
I have
learning that
I'm-
there's like different names for different candle like
Get in the
notes.
comments and tell us
Yeah.
how much you love oud. And
If you
Shaggy.
ever like look a fragrance up, it'll give you like 20 different like notes, and vetiver, oud, musk. Those will come
Confession.
up like the most.
My ability to like pick up individual smells is not that strong.
Yeah, I got
I don't
COVID
think-
I don't
and
think mine is
it
either.
took. I had a way better sense of smell before COVID. It never came back fully. I feel like I don't. I have to be like really close to it now to be able to smell stuff. It's like
I don't think
it
mine
sucks.
is either, but I also just really like things that smell good. So
After COVID, I had, and it feels like it's kind of gone away finally. But after COVID, for like 5 years, everything smelled like sulfur to me.
That sucks.
that sucks. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that was one of the questions that I was going to ask. Do we answer for everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And we did answer
We
for
should
Phil.
make this one quick because we're almost at an hour, and I was trying to keep it.
Well, we have a lot to cut. Whose power would you want to have? Like, let's say not your own
And we're talking
Jax.
in real life.
Jax,
in real life.
not even a question.
Interesting.
Would you take Jax even if it were only one card?
It's okay. That's a bit different.
Take Magus's, because I would never want a power that would actually incentivize me to be the kind of like vigilante that actually fights people. Like,
Yeah.
being realistic.
Why
Like, I
Magus's
wouldn't-
powers aren't terrifyingly strong.
What I was gonna say was with Jack, like the only active thing I do is walking places that I have to walk to, and I do not want to give myself the ability to not do that. But I was thinking about Magus. It's like I could eat food that I don't like and just trick myself into thinking that I like it. I could take cold showers and trick myself into thinking it's warm. A lot of things. I would love to be able to trick myself.
Is this limited just to like the crew or any character in the setting?
I was thinking the crew.
Okay, because obviously
what
I
two
feel like
guardians?
flying is also really handy, but all of our flyers kind of suck at flying.
This is slow flying. Callum is the only one who got fast flying.
Yeah, because I feel like gravity powers are not bad. I don't feel like I have too much use for them other than, I mean, it would make moving easier.
I would have to choose something that has telekinesis as an element because I've always, still to this day, my dad has never been like, Luke, I'm your father. I've been waiting for it my whole life. It just never happened. So getting the force, I think might make the difference of.
Yeah.
Part
I
of
think
the
I
reason.
kind of want gravity now too, because I do,
Yeah.
I do
Gravity.
move people a lot. I
Yeah,
love to
I'm-
help people move, and
You
that
want to help me
is-
move in like 6 months?
Sure, I'll just get a plane ticket. Sounds good.
Be there.
I actually hate moving. I've moved so much and I hate it every time, and it is one of the most miserable. I've lived in a place once for so long just because I didn't want to move.
I was talking over Pennington. Pennington, what were you saying?
No, I do want Magus's powers, but the Matilda, like the reason that I made Sawyer's powers as they are is like I just love the making things float around me in a room, like scene in any like superhero, or like they do it in Avatar, they did it in Matilda. I just think it's so fun. It's so whimsical, just like making a bunch of things orbit you. I think it's a very fun look.
Sawyer's powers wouldn't be bad. I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen the extent of them yet to really know.
But yeah, the fire's
What-
bad. The fire's really bad.
Like, I don't know how actually like useful they would be in my day-to-day life.
But you could pour
They're-
a nice glass of wine.
Yes.
That,
the
I'll
fire.
post that gif.
It's useful for him because he's like a mechanic, but yeah, I don't think it would do what I think it would be good for moving too. Like you could move boxes with it. But the fire is like it's his strongest one, but because of that, there's not really a cap on it, so he just burns people really bad.
Magus says we've already come to the conclusion Magus's powers, if pushed, can mind control people, so that
Yeah.
could help with moving too.
Okay. Yeah, you get an
Yeah.
army.
Yeah,
Okay,
just trick
so
everyone into thinking they're having fun.
last thing, we should all let's do a reverse Q&A. The four of you that are going to listen to this and respond, maybe.
What's your social security number?
Do not do that. Let's all give a question to people listening. What do you want to ask of the listener randomly? Not
if you had the choice, which one of the main cast would you kiss?
Oh, I was going to say kill. Who do you want to die next?
What's the game? No, let's do the
Marry,
PG.
kill.
Nope. We're doing
Can't
just
say
marry.
that.
Yeah, we're just doing
Get married.
marry or kill.
Hey guys, if you want to, we're just doing marry or kill. If you guys want to throw
No kissing.
there, feel free to do so.
Damn.
Let us know.
Do not kiss us.
Yeah. So
Okay, usually with that scenario, you're supposed to give them like a limited set, and then it's like marry, befriend,
Mhm.
kill. I think.
befriend. There we go. You know the PG version.
Your choices are anyone that the main cast controls.
Including Phil.
Yes, by doing that, that adds Phil to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take anyone from Golden Squad that is PC.
Excellent. My question for the audience is: if the last digit of your social security number was a dance move, what dance move would it be?
While you're at it, tell us what the rest of the numbers leading up to.
Give us the full dance, like the algorithm march.
Personally, I think mine would be the robot. Figure it out.
What does that
I
mean?
mean, that means it's an
Figure it
8.
out. Figure it out. I'll never tell.
I mean,
I'm gonna do something.
in the moment, I can't even
Simple.
remember what the last digit is for me.
Yeah, it's got some numbers in there. It's got like a 5, I think. Okay, I'm gonna say audience. Thus far, which episode have you spent? Like, what's the most memorable episode in terms of comedy? Like, what's the funniest episode you've listened to today? That's my question. That's Draven left. You gotta.
What? No, not.
Wait, what was yours? Did you have a question? Not social security number.
What? What did I say? We were all supposed to generate a question. I feel like mine got stolen because I feel like Penn took mine.
No. No. The kiss one. Who do you
My
wanna
kiss, Mary, kill. Okay, I'll come up with a new one while you stall for me.
I have a question for the GM.
Oh, okay. Quickly.
Do you have like an end in sight for Golden Squad?
The original? Is that what the question is? For the original Golden Squad?
Or I would assume all of
us.
it. But
Okay.
if it's different, then
Yes.
it can be
Yes,
different.
I have for original Golden Squad. I have an open-ended end. So it's not going to answer every question. It's going to answer the majority of the big like overarching questions. But there's a few that I left open in case we continued. And we're kind of on hiatus. But I'm so far ahead in Golden Squad that like hiatus doesn't really mean anything for them. So I do have where I want the show to end, and actually, recording wise, I think that's only going to be in like 3 more sessions. So we're approaching the end of Golden Squad recording wise. Airing wise, we're way behind. And for you guys, it kind of depends. Like, I want to know how they go so that I can help fill in the gaps of the remaining things. So I don't have an idea of where you guys are going to end because I don't know what Golden Squad's going to do. So, and I would love for there to be more interactions, or crossover type things, but it depends on what they do. So I can't say for sure that that's going to happen.
Well, I guess that begs the question: what's your plan for after?
I don't know. Like I would love to do more seasons, but time is always transitioning to something that was easier on my schedule because editing sucks so much time, and it's been getting easier switching to Riverside, and like editing though it still sucks. And the AI editing stuff, it just doesn't do it very good job. So it's still take a lot of time doing that. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. Maybe we'll do. I see a lot of podcasts go to like Twitch streaming and stuff like that. So I'm like, maybe we could do something like that. But then it's like we lowered the threshold of like the content, and I don't want to put the listener through that. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the plan is.
Send your ideas from home of what we should do with our lives.
Yeah, that's what your question is.
That's my question.
What do you think we should do with this?
What do
podcast?
you think? Here's the question: if you had to choose a character from Golden Squad or Golden Squad Renegades to die at the end of the series, who is it?
Oh, that's the question. I like
Be
it.
careful. Whoever you vote for, we're going to murder.
Yeah, whoever gets the most votes.
It's like the Jason Todd thing.
We become full
Call
circle.
the number on the screen.
All right.
Two very good podcast questions, but don't forget my question, guys. I
Well,
want to see those dance moves.
I want to see who gives the worm, because I know that's the 5 or 2. Wait, oh no,
Or a 1.
or yeah, 1. Someone's really bad at it. It's my worm. Perfect.
I will
Mine is
also
the
accept
Mumbo
full
number 5.
dances. Like maybe you have a number that simply contains the entirety of the Cupid Shuffle within its personality. You know.
Or a foxtrot.
I love it. All right. Say bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.